Let's pivot into our main topic for today, which is talking a little bit about what's going on in logistics and really putting that into context with what's going on with holiday sales. So we're seeing store visits being down about 1.7%, according to Shopper Trek data. But digital sales, however, have been up 23.6% on Black Friday. Consumers spent more than $26.61 billion online between November 21st and November 26th, according to Adobe Systems. How have retailers and just the logistics infrastructure absorbed this, spike in demand for the holiday season, particularly online spending?
Well, I mean, they've tried to flatten the season out. If you remember, it used to be Black Friday. That was the day. People line up at stores. Then it became Thanksgiving. Now, starting November 1st, you were starting to see sales. So I wouldn't think that much about the store traffic being down. We don't have hard numbers, but sales were actually up. So the people who went to stores were more likely to be buying like a television or a refrigerator or something you actually wanted to see. And in terms of online, they're trying to funnel you into certain items. If you look at Amazon, who breaks down some of what they sold, all of their top sellers, like 9 of 10, were Amazon items. So they know how many they have. They are pushing you to those. They are heavily discounting to getting you to make decisions. They're slimming down the merchandise that you can easily find on sale. So they have a lot of whatever it is you're buying. The days of shortages have gone away. Nobody's punching each other at a Walmart over a TV anymore, or not nobody, but very few people are doing it.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. I mean, we've seen some trends of kind of spreading out promotions where in the past it had been all kind of front loaded on Black Friday. Now we're seeing online spending on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving was up 31%. It was up 28% on Thanksgiving itself. And you compare that to what we think of as the big shopping day. Black Friday was only up 23.6%. Cyber Monday was only up about 20%. So we're really seeing this nudge towards consumers kind of spreading out that the holiday purchases. So we're not getting everything front loaded in one period that really stretch our infrastructure.
And some of it's purely mechanical. So Amazon has always, or at least for the last few years, had 100 million Prime subscribers, people that could just hit a button and order. Walmart is sort of in the beginning stages when they went to free shipping, which is a little over a year ago. I don't remember the exact date. That captured data for them. That was more people putting credit cards on file. Target offered free shipping through the holiday season. There are more digital retailers where you can buy from easily. Like all three of those have my data. eBay has my data, probably a number of specialty places. The hesitation to shop online on the holidays was, well, I see it on my phone, but do I want to sit here and type in my credit card number, my address, all? Now that has really become easy, and sometimes you could do it with Apple Pay and with other sort of automated payment methods, it's taken away one of the major barriers. So people who used to use their phone as a shopping tool, as a catalog, they're just completing the sale now, and that's taking people out of stores, which is a good thing if you're in line at a store. Not a great thing if you're waiting for something to be delivered via a truck.
Sure. Yeah. It's like we talked about in the last show, Dan. It's much more complicated to deliver dozens of shipments to individual homes than it is to deliver one big, massive shipment to one store. And another trend we're kind of seeing, we mentioned kind of spreading out these promotions. We're also seeing a little bit of nudging towards these pickup in store, delivery from store options. And again, Dan, that's what you were talking about. The same trend we were talking about. It's much easier to deliver a big chunk of goods to one place and then distribute from there than it is to kind of do 1,000 different individual 1 or 2 box shipments.
And let's call this a nascent technology, the pickup in store.
Yes.
So I live in 2 different places, so I'm in a number of different Walmarts and Targets, and they have redone the Walmart and Target where we are in Davenport, Florida. When you walk in there, it's like a doctor's office. You enter your barcode and it shows you your number and you know exactly. If you go to the one in West Palm Beach, which just has the pickup tower, it's utter chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. Your item might not be there. I told you we ordered something in store that was physically in the store and it took 5 days to get it. And I had to go leave. Obviously, I didn't stay there for 5 days. I had to go back and get it. So these things are developing and they're becoming more the norm. People are becoming more comfortable with them, but there were a lot of bumps in that process this year.
Yeah, it's something that is still developing. And like you had mentioned before, we talked about before the show, how, these traditional retailers, the Walmarts and the Targets of the world, have really struggled maybe a little bit more than some of the online only retailers, integrating this new kind of omni-channel system. And maybe that's because, as we mentioned, they're used to this legacy, regime of getting all their goods shipped to their store, and that supply chain mechanism, and that transition has been a little bit of a bumpy ride.
Putting a TV on a shelf is a lot easier than looking at the TV in the warehouse and going, well, Nick wants one. He's going to come in a couple hours. Dan wants one, but please bring it to his house. And these 3 other people probably will buy it off the shelf. So it's more complicated now than it once was. And I think you also have to look at that this is maybe year 2 of this being a technology, of people using it at all. So Amazon, in terms of just its pure delivery model, is a few years ahead of where Walmart and Target are. So I think you're going to, there were growing pains this year. There's no other way. Anybody who's ordered has gotten weird boxes and orders that come early and late. And, you guys at the office send me 8 days of Hanukkah gifts spaced out over 8 days, and 4 of them showed up on the same day. So we're seeing some problems, but really not as bad as I expected.